Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. Here, Esther here to continue on this landscape, and I hope you're all enjoying. I've noticed some of my black is not quite as solid as I want it to be, but I'll fill that in off camera so you won't be bored out of your mind. I think we're going to do shading today and bring this into a three-dimensional. So I'm using these graphite pencils, graphite matte. And these are supposed not to shine, but they do, because I've already tried it. Thought I'd get matte pencils, but it hasn't worked out the way I'd like it to. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter one way or another, really. At the end of the day, just do the best that you can. And I must tell you a really funny story. I gave a lift to my 12-year-old grandson to boxing yesterday. So I was telling them about the person who commented on my voice being too loud. And he said, you don't want to believe this. He said, my voice, he says, you could try and be a little more upbeat. Now, you know the kind of videos that 12-year-olds watch. So I said, what am I supposed to say? Hi, everyone. It's Esther here. Have a lovely day today. I said, that's not me. Can't you? He says, to me, you sound like a bored teenager who's just woken up. Oh, my God. So, yeah. That's what a 12-year-old thinks of my voice. No wonder my audience, certainly not the 12-year-olds. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm not upset by it. I don't really mind what he says. It's 12. But I thought that was pretty funny. I did tell his mother. She was horrified. She's rubbing out. Anyway, let's continue with some shading, shall we? I hope you're enjoying this. So let's start. I will zoom in. Let's start on some shading. So firstly, we want, there's quite a few pencil marks as well, which I don't want. So as we're going along, I will rub out any pencil marks that I had forgotten to rub out in the first place. So we want this to, excuse me, stand out. Basically shading like that. And it'll just give it a three-dimensional feel. Now I'm using a paper smudge thing. You don't have to use that. You can use an ear cleaner like this. You can see I've used it before. Must apologise to my nails. I meant to take off the nail polish before I started today, but I haven't. And then the furthest, the deepest is going to be even darker. So this will be the darkest point here. I want a softer pencil. I don't think that's soft enough for me. That was a 4B. I'm getting an 8B. Just a bit softer and darker. You smudge it like that, or you can use your finger like that. That finger works very, very well. Make that the darkest point. And then here, this is on top of that. So we're going to shade that area there. Have I zoomed in enough? I can zoom in a bit more. There you go. I've had heaps of new subscribers, so thank you very, very much. I appreciate your support. It helps this channel grow. And to those that are sharing, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for doing that, because it means it reaches people that would not normally find me. People that need to relax and do something slowly, 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 not in a big hurry as life is normally. Everything's in such a hurry. This you can just get into and do it slowly, slowly, slowly. So it gives it a more three-dimensional look. And that's what you want to achieve here. So I'll just keep doing that. You just rub out your highlight points in case you have a bit of smudging there. I've just decided to put the top of that into shadow. Maybe the bottom as well, but I'll decide that later stage. Just this side. Might put a shadow there. A shadow. And put a shadow in there. So all I'm doing is colouring it in pencil. Using my smudging tool just to cast a sort of shadow. If you don't like it, well, you've got to try these things. If you don't like it, you can always rub it out. But it just gives it a bit of movement. Right, where do we go from here? Right. So you decide as you go down where you want your shadows to be. I might shadow each of these clouds on the bottom. I have to put it here because if I put it the right way, you can't see what I'm doing. So I might do it here. So that part is the bottom. So I'm going to shade each one from the bottom. I'll show you what I mean. First I'll do this, then I'll shade it. And some other shadows around as well. It would just make it look a bit more like a cloud. So we're just shadowing the bottom of each one. Now I'll use my smudging tool. I found a new one with small little. I'll use that. God, I wasn't on camera. I'm so sorry. There you go. What I've done is shaded the bottom of each one of these cloud representations and then rubbing it with a smudging tool. And I'll show you the right way up what that would look like. That's what it looks like. Move this over here because there's something else that I want to do. Make it look more like clouds. Now you can do this, don't be afraid to do it, it's just pencil. If you don't like it, you can rub it out. But you'll see that they'll start to form and look more like clouds, which is the effect you want to give. What I can do to the bottom of these ones is just underneath for each one. I'll do that. I'm not going to smudge those in. Do gentle pencil line there. It's what you call finishing touches, and you will be very happy with the results if you do these touches. Of course, it can just stay all patterning without shading, but that would keep it in 2 dimensions, and if you do it in 3 dimensions, give it another effect altogether, which I'm sure you'll like. So try that. And then we get and go on to the next part as you go down. And I want to do that. This area along here, I'll shade in. This area here. We're assuming that there's a light source at the top. just give this an added dimension. It's a very soft pencil. I think that I will see what you can do if you feel that it's not right. I'm rubbing out that there. Because if we've got the light source from above, it's the bottom that needs shading, not the top. I might give it a different effect. Yep, that's better. So we've given this, there were just lines before, but by shading it, you're making it three-dimensional instead of two-dimensional. And you can continue shading and shading and shading until you're satisfied of the darkness of your shading. So obviously I want it darkest at the bottom. That's what I'm doing now, just darkening the bottom a bit. A lot of work, but the results are worth it. In the end, you'll see the results are worth the time it takes for you to do this task. Right, and then going down, we have these things. Just darkening the bottom. And then darken a bit more as I want the most bottom of the page the darkest.
Lunchtime cravings kicking in? Relief them with Nicorette, the #1 stop-smoking brand in Australia.
He died at early stage. His wound had blown apart. I saved him. He was my great uncle Jack, the Anzac.
There could be more to your story. Piece it together with ancestry.
That looked great. Very happy with that. Now, as we go down, how long is that video? I must try and keep it a bit short. I might stop and start again. Yep. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed today. There you go. See with the shading? If you don't come back today, your shading has just made it three-dimensional. Bye for now.